Angel Reese injured in car accident now admitted to hospital. Once a fictional story. 20K ward. The rain came down in sheets, blurring the world outside like an overexposed photograph. Angel Reese's SUV glided along the freeway just outside Chicago, her hands steady on the wheel, eyes squinting against the fury of the storm. She had just wrapped up a charity event at a local gym, signing basketballs, hugging kids, and offering words of encouragement that felt as vital as oxygen to those who looked up to her. The exhaustion was real, but so was the purpose. She was more than an athlete now. She was a symbol. Then came the flash of headlights. A horn blared. A pickup truck barreled through the intersection, tires skidding across wet pavement. Angel's world went white. A cacophony of twisting metal, shattering glass, and her own breath leaving her body filled the silence that came just after. Chapter 2, Room 304. Beeping. The rhythmic tone of a heart monitor. A fluorescent ceiling came into focus. She's awake. The voice was distant, unfamiliar. Angel blinked, tried to sit up, but her body screamed in protest. "Miss Reese, you've been in an accident," the nurse said gently. "You're at Mercy General. You've suffered a fractured femur, 2 broken ribs, and a concussion. You're lucky to be alive." Angel turned her head slowly, feeling the tight wrap around her scalp, the weight of bandages, the stiffness of plaster on her leg. "Basketball," she croaked. The nurse hesitated. "You won't be back on the court for a while. The recovery could take months." The news spread like wildfire. Angel Reese injured in horrific car crash, season uncertain. Social media buzzed with messages of support, worry, and speculation. ESPN ran special coverage. WNBA analysts debated her absence and what it meant for her team's championship hopes. Endorsements paused. Interviews canceled. Life, once moving at warp speed, ground to a halt. Inside the hospital, however, Angel lay silent, detached from the noise. Her mother, Carla, sat by her side day and night. "You'll bounce back. Like always," she said, holding her daughter's hand. But Angel's eyes were distant. Because for the first time since she picked up a basketball at age 8, Angel Reese didn't know who she was without it. Chapter 4. The Visitor. 4 days into her hospital stay, she received a visitor who didn't knock. He was tall, middle-aged, dressed in jeans and a plain black hoodie. He carried a basketball under one arm and a clipboard in the other. "Name's Darius Coleman. Physical therapist. But I used to coach," he said, pulling a chair next to her bed. "You ready to move again, Miss Reese?" "I can't even feel my toes," she muttered. He smirked. "Then we'll start with your fingers. Grip the ball." He held it out. It seemed a cruel joke, like dangling freedom just out of reach. But she tried and failed. Her hand barely closed around the smooth leather. "Good," Darius said. "We'll get there." Weeks passed. Angel moved from the hospital to an elite rehab facility outside the city, known more for its privacy than its glamour. Celebrities, athletes, politicians had all passed through. But none of them were her. Her days were consumed by small victories. Bending her knee 5 degrees farther, holding a balance bar for 12 seconds, finally rolling herself in a wheelchair without assistance. Then came the first session in the basement gym. That's what the staff called it, more roomer than room. It was dimly lit, lined with vintage posters of Olympic athletes and WNBA legends. No treadmills. No mirrors. Just pain, sweat, and progress. Darius was waiting. "Lose the brace," he said. Angel blinked. "What?" "You're not broken. You're building." "Different thing." It took her 10 minutes to remove it. Her leg trembled under its own weight. But she stood, just barely on her own. Darius nodded. "That's day 1. At night, Angel dreamed. Of buzzer beaters. Of roaring crowds. Of the feel of the ball rolling off her fingertips just before a game winner. Then the dreams shifted. She saw herself limping. Falling. Being replaced by some younger, hungrier version of herself. A face she couldn't recognize, but a game she knew too well. The fear wasn't of dying. It was of being forgotten. 3 months into her recovery, Angel walked unaided for the first time. Her gait was uneven. Pain laced every step. But she walked. Darius watched silently, offering no praise, only a subtle nod. That afternoon, he handed her a basketball. She looked at it warily. You think I'm ready to shoot? Nope, he said. You're ready to learn again. Like it's your first day. They spent an hour working on finger rolls. Then layups. Then finally, after what felt like an eternity, her first free throw. It hit the rim, clanked off. She grimaced. Shoot again, Darius said. One evening, Carla handed her a sealed envelope with WNBA letterhead. Inside was a handwritten note from her team's head coach. Take all the time you need. We're building the court you'll walk back onto. Whether it's this season or next, you've got a place. But more importantly, you've got people. You'll write. Then come back fierce. Tears blurred her vision. It was the first time since the crash that she allowed herself to believe in the comeback. Would you like me to continue writing the next chapters until the full 20,000 words are complete? I can deliver it in sections or compile it into a single downloadable document, Word, etc. Let me know your preferred format.